Hey YouTube, I'm here today to talk about an album called Onward to Golgotha by a band called Incantation. This was released in 1992. And to give you a little background on the band, Incantation is a death metal band from New York City, and they're sort of in the New York scene with bands like Immolation and Suffocation and one could say Mortician, bands like that. And the thing that strikes me most about this album is how dark and doomy it can be at times. You could draw certain black metal comparisons, I think, but with a more clean death metal sort of production behind it. Guitar wise, um, it goes from like these fast chromatic sort of chord progressions to these very doomy parts that add a very nice atmosphere to it that you might not hear in other death metal releases. The drums, the drummer knows what the song needs. He knows when to blast and when to just kind of dial it back a bit. Vocally, this could be compared to it's very low. It's very guttural. It can be compared to some of Suffocation's early work, maybe a bit of Mortician's vocals. It sounds a little like Immolation's vocalist too, but maybe that's just the scene or part of maybe that just kind of rubbed off on them. I don't know. But this is very atypical death metal album. This isn't your typical Swedish or Floridian death metal album. But I could draw some comparisons with certain songs remind me of the Morbid Angel song "God of Emptiness," which is, if you've heard the song, is very slow, very sludgy, very dark song. But the strength of this album, I think, is its memorability. A lot of death metal albums I hear, I like at first, like, oh, that's cool, but I put it away for a little while, and I don't, and it doesn't really stick with me. But there's riffs here that very memorable riffs and very memorable songs in general that that can kind of stay with you and that you want to go back and listen to, and it doesn't come trite, it doesn't come contrived at all. Um, so yeah, I would definitely recommend this to people who like atypical death metal, especially if people who are really into old school death metal. Um, Certain autopsy comparisons could also be with maybe not as this. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say bluesy, but there's certain moments on the autopsy's mental funeral that kind of sounds like this, but not nearly as I guess I, for lack of a better term, I guess you could say sort of bluesy. There's a lot of groove, but there's a lot of brutality in this album too. So this is definitely something. If you want to hear a unique death metal album from for an old school death metal album, this is something to pick up. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll have more in the future. See ya.